Hi, this is Trisha from Lemon Paper Lab. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate one of my pattern starter templates that I used to create this pattern. This template will be available to download in my Patreon page. I also have this template and more in my Ultimate Pattern Maker Toolkit for Photoshop, which includes all of my Photoshop templates and actions to help improve your workflow when designing in Photoshop. And I will leave a link in the description below to both my Patreon page and this toolkit. The template I am demonstrating in this video is my template 1. And it is designed in a 3:4 ratio. The size of my document here is 7,200 pixels by 9,600 pixels, which offers a larger scale that can be used for a number of projects, including designing wallpaper. So if we look at the layers panel here, I'll just bring this down. We can see this first layer is our smart object, which we can edit. We also have 2 additional smart objects here, which I will explain how you can use them. And then we have this template folder, which has our repeats here. So let's go ahead and double click on this smart object. I'm going to go ahead and zoom out, Command or Control with the minus key, just so we can see our full canvas here. I'm going to go ahead and turn off this reference layer here, and then we'll turn on this reference one. And so the way this template works is you want to draw within one of these areas, and what the template does is it causes it to repeat. So whatever we draw here will repeat here in our pattern. So let's go ahead and use the pen tool for this. So I'm going to access the pen tool here. If you right click, you can also, keyboard shortcut for that is P. Here at the top, I'm going to make sure my fill is no fill, and then I have a black stroke here. So let's go ahead and just click a point, and then I'm going to click another point and just kind of drag to make it more of a rounded shape here. And then I'm just going to hit enter to finish off that shape. Let's use our move tool here, and then we can kind of position it differently if we want. And then I'm actually going to duplicate this shape. So I'm going to just right click, duplicate layer, and then I want to flip it. So I'm going to go to edit, transform path, and then I'm just going to flip it vertically here. And then I also want to flip it horizontally. So we'll do that again, edit, transform path, flipping it horizontally here, and then I'm just gonna kind of arrange them together, and then I'll just shift click to select both of those, and then just kind of play with how they're oriented within my area here, clicking on OK. And then let's just see how this looks in our template. So if I turn off that reference layer, let's go ahead and save this, Command or Control S. And then we'll jump back into our template document, and we can see our repeating area here. So if I hit Command or Control with the minus key, I'm going to zoom out here a little bit, and then let's go ahead and turn on our pattern preview mode just so we can see the bigger picture of this repeat. To do that, you're going to go to View Pattern Preview, and then we can see that pattern emerge. So I'm going to tweak it a little bit. I'm going to go into my object here, and I'm going to bring this further down. We'll kind of see what kind of effect that has, and then maybe like tweak this one a little bit, see how that looks. We'll go ahead and Command or Control S. We'll jump back in. And so we have the start of a repeat here. I definitely would play with it a little bit more. But I also want to show you another feature of this template. So we have these 2 additional smart objects, and we have these 2 additional grid layers here. And so right here we have our center and corners, and so that would represent the center of our document and the corners as well. So if we turn that on, we can see that we can add a shape there as well, and then we can do the same for the sides and the top and the bottom to add a dot shape there. So you can choose to have one or the other in your design or not at all. And what's nice is you also can change it. So say we like this one here, we'll go to that smart object, double click. I'll just turn off this one here. Let's create a new layer, and then And then maybe we try something else. So let's just make a rough one. We'll reduce the size of the brush here just with the left bracket key, and say I just draw more of like just a little asterisk type shape here. And then let's make sure that this is centered. So we'll get to our move tool here and we'll use those align options here, and then let's save it. We'll see if we need to change the scale of it at all. And so you can create different shapes here. It doesn't have to be circle. So you can definitely play with that as well. We'll go ahead and turn that one off. We'll save this again. Command or Control S, and then Command or Control W to close it out. So let's just jump back into our main smart object here. Let's go ahead and turn off these layers. We'll bring that reference just as a guide. Let's use our brush tool. I'm going to increase the scale here with the right and left brackets here. And then let's just start drawing something a little bit more free. Create just kind of a whimsical shape here. And then let's see how that looks. So we'll go ahead and turn off that reference layer and save it. Command or Control S. Jumping back in. And you can create these fun patterns. This one's a little more organic in feel. And again, if we wanted to have a dot there, maybe we turn off that one. You can totally play with these ones as well. So if you want to save your pattern, you just go to Edit, Define Pattern here, or bring up your Patterns panel from the Windows menu here, bringing up the Patterns panel, and then you'll see this plus icon where you can save your pattern, give it a name, and then it will be available for you to work with here. So this is definitely a fun template to work with. If you want to get access to this template, go ahead and check out my Patreon page where it will be available for download. For this template, I have also created more scale sizes. The one I used here today was a 3:4 ratio, but I've also created this template in different sizes like 1:1, 1:2, 2:3, 4:5. So there are more template scale options in my Ultimate Pattern Maker Toolkit, where I have all of my Photoshop actions and templates for Photoshop. So I will leave a link in the description to where you can check out my Ultimate Pattern Maker Toolkit for Photoshop. I hope you enjoy using this template. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment below. This is Trisha from Lemon Paper Lab. See you next time.